We're talking today with Kaylin Carlson, and Kaylin is a member of our First Free family and also has been doing something really interesting and unique with her passion for running, and that is something that she has called Kaylin's Quarantine Run. So, Kaylin, maybe just tell us how this all came about, first of all, and we can go from there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like forever ago, it seems like when this whole thing started, one Saturday I just got back when we could still meet with groups of less than 10, as long as we stayed apart. So I did that. There were like 6 of us, and we met in a parking lot and then just kind of went our separate ways. And I handed them medals with my son's little grabby claw extension thing, to keep us all 6 feet apart and everything. So we did that, and some people heard about it and were wondering if I would do another one. And so I thought, why not? But this time make it a virtual type thing where we're not meeting together. Then things were getting kind of serious and they didn't want us meeting at all together. So I just kind of put it out there, and I was kind of nervous about it. It's hard to put things out there that, inside you're kind of pumped up and excited about, but you don't really know if anybody else is going to be excited about it.
Right.
So,
like a network of runners, or you said people heard about it. How did they hear about it?
Some of us who ran that Saturday had just put some pictures up on Facebook or something. And, I was getting messages like, are you going to do another one of these and stuff? And, so ended up doing it in April again, and had just been kind of, at night when my kids and I say our bedtime prayers, we've been praying, just to find ways to be creative and, to still cultivate, joy and the most, be together as much as possible, even though, that looks really different right now. And so I kind of felt like this was sort of his nudge for me, as an answer to that prayer, to kind of step out there and try to launch this thing. And so I was expecting, maybe 15 people. I thought I could get maybe 15 this time. And, if I charged, 15 or 20 bucks for an entry fee and gave them a medal, then, we could cut a check for a couple $100, to a charity, and that'd be really cool. And I think I had 27 sign up the first day or the first 2 days or something like that. And it was like, oh, okay, I really need to get this organized. But yeah, that's kind of how it all came about,
So is it grown into something that's almost too big to handle for you right now? It sounds like you're doing all the work yourself, right?
Yeah, it does help that I'm not really working right now. So that's a plus.
Day job?
What's that?
What's your normal day job?
I work at Fairhaven Christian Retirement Center. So I normally just drive residents to and from their doctor's appointments. So, right now, they are just really limiting those as much as possible. So, I do work a couple hours a week, but definitely not nearly as much as I'm used to. So that kind of helps, having a lot of time on my hands right now. But no, I created a sign up page on this running website where people can register online. So all the information is kept organized on that, and so that helps a lot. This go around, a local business is making medals for us, so I don't have to make the medals by hand this time.
Oh, nice. Look like you cut them out of wood or something, right?
Yeah, we totally, we did. My husband got some wood and cut them each out of wood, and then I printed out a logo, cut out the logo, glued it on, and then we put a gloss over that and slapped a ribbon on there. But that took quite a while. I was thinking I was only going to make 15 of these things, and I ended up making 70. So It's like a little bit longer than I was expecting, but that's a really great problem to have, you know,
Right.
so we didn't mind.
And then you've been getting some prizes or some donations, right? That kind of gone into a packet for people who enter.
Yeah, so for those people who aren't runners or who haven't run a race, like normally when you sign up for a race and you go to pick up your race number, a lot of times they'll give you like a bag and it'll have your race number in it. And then it just has like some random other things in it, like little ads for races coming up, or, you know, business cards from local businesses or coupons or like vouchers, stuff like that. So we had Beefaroo jump on board. I had free cheese fries in there. A lot of stuff from Fleet Feet was donated. They jumped on board. The Arnie Johnson race, which is a real popular race in Rockford, was of course canceled, and they had all this stuff that they were going to put in race packets that never got, you know, handed out. So they just gave it all to me, and I got to put that in there too. So it was really cool to see how many people just jumped on board. And I didn't even call any of these people. Like, they heard about it and were like, what can I do? You know, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, you got a lot of bored people with not much to do, but it's also a cool idea.
Yeah.
Is it an original idea, or did you hear of somebody else doing this?
There are like virtual runs out there, like that's a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of played off that and just kind of put it out there and, you know, went with whatever came my way, and it turned out to be really cool.
Now you're doing another one May 30th, I see.
Yeah. Oh man.
A lot of sign-ups so far?
Yeah, you know, right before I signed on this meeting with you, we just passed the number of registrations to the last one. So we have, what's that?
How many is that?
We just got 60 signed up now. The last one we had 59. So we literally just passed it. But this time around, we have already $200 more in donations than we did the last time, which is so cool. And these, when I say donations, I mean people are donating above and beyond their race fee.
All right.
So they're not only, you know, paying the registration fee for this race, which most of that is donated anyway. That's really just to cover shipping and a really small fee for medals, since a lot of people are donating stuff for that anyway. So most of that goes to the charity anyway, but donations are what people are giving above and beyond that, which is awesome.
Nice. And I know you gave to Miss Carly's this last time. Do you have someone identified as the recipient this time?
Not yet. So I wait until registration closes. So because of how many people are signing up, I kind of had to move that up a little bit. But registration is done May 11th. And once everyone's registered, then I let everybody vote. And whatever the majority vote is who we give it to. So just another way to kind of have them have control over something, you know. When there's a lot of things out of our control right now, I wanted to do as much in this whole thing to give them as much control as possible, you know, decorate your bib, tell me who we give all this money to, and stuff like that. So yeah.
And you've got a lot of goofy awards that go with it, different categories. Talk about some of those.
Yeah, I wasn't originally planning on that, but the more I thought about it, I was like, I can kind of do whatever I want here. So yeah, we have an award for like best bib design. I'm just giving them blank bibs. There's not even a number on it, and people just do whatever they want with them, and it's so fun to see. So there's an award for that. There's an award for shortest run. So I'm pretty excited to see who's gonna pay $25 to run like 2 feet. But there's an award for best victory dance, best costume, just all kinds of fun stuff like that. So
yeah,
it'll be cool.
It sounds like this thing is taking on a life of its own. That's really fun.
Yeah, it's been so fun just to see how excited people are getting about it. You know, I intentionally have done them at the end of whenever the quarantine was supposed to be done. So, you know, it was supposed to be done at the end of April. So I, you know, intentionally scheduled it for that. So we have something to look forward to. So it's been really fun to, like, you know, during the registration period and leading up to the race, even just seeing, you know, getting messages from people telling me how they're training or how excited they are, or, you know, how they're decorating their bib and stuff. And so that's been really cool.
Nice. Yeah. And you said a few minutes ago you had kind of prayed for something creative. How is your faith informing this? And, you know, how does that all work together for you?
For me, at least for me, for the past couple years, I've really been trying so hard to not, like, ignore those, you know, those feelings of him prompting me to do something, even if it makes me really uncomfortable, which is hard to do. That's hard to do. But I've seen how he works in that situation time and time again. And running is a big way that he teaches me that, you know, if I take a leap of faith and if I step out of my comfort zone, and just trust him, like, he's going to work through it. There's been so many races where I've towed the line and I've been like, I have no idea how I'm going to finish this. Like, I feel terrible today. And like, specifically one last year, I ended up winning the race. And, you know, was just spending the whole time I sang the song Do It Again in my head for like an entire half marathon, which is a long time. And
Steely
so
Dan song?
What's that?
The Steely Dan Do It Again?
No, the song that we sing in church.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not Steely Dan.
That's awesome. Yeah, so he's built my trust in him so much through those things. And, you know, going back even further than that, you know, kind of having a pretty rough childhood in a lot of ways, growing up and being in some situations where I was alone and scared. But he brought me through, and I could feel him there, and he's just built my trust and built my faith in so many ways. And so just trying to kind of embrace that, you know, that when I pray something like, hey, God, I want you to help me be creative and help me show love to others, and help me find ways to find joy and give others joy. And then I get this idea on a run. I can't take that lightly, you know, and trying so hard just to discern those things. And, you know, if I really feel like this is something he's calling me to just jump out and go for it, even if it is pretty intimidating. So, yeah.
That's great advice. If people still want to sign up, I don't know when this is going to get published, but if it's before, you said the 11th or the 10th?
Yeah, registration ends the 11th, and I know that seems really far away from the 30th, but with the people who are making the medals, those take a week to make, and then I still have to ship out all the packets. So definitely, you know, we have people from California, Pennsylvania, Florida, and Arizona right now that are joining us on this thing. So we got people from everywhere, and I would hate for them to not have their stuff before the run. So I'd rather err on the side of them getting it a few days early than a few days late. So. Right.
So if people want to sign up, what do they do?
Most of this has been done on Facebook, so I do have an event page. But I have a page on runsignup.com just called KQR Round 2.
I love how you got an acronym already. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Kaylin's quarantine run is just so long. But yeah, so it takes 2 minutes to sign up on the website. They make it really, really easy. And you're good to go. And, you know, you fill out your address with that. And so I get that and I ship your stuff to you, and you're good to go for the 30th. So.
Sounds good. Okay,
Yeah.
what did I forget to ask you that I should have?
I have no idea. I'm so bad at interviews.
No, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Good. So it's Kaylin's quarantine run. It's May 30th. Sign up again. What's the deadline to sign up?
This deadline to sign up is May 11th, so it's coming up. It's in 5 days.
Right.
But you can also just go to the site to donate too. You don't even have to sign up for the run. If there is someone who just wants to donate, you have that option on the site as well.
And there's no deadline on that, I assume.
I don't think so. We didn't have anyone donate after the registration ended last time, but from what I could tell on the site, it was still open and you're able to accept donations through that. Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Thanks for talking with us today, and I hope you go fantastically.
Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been fun.